Hello and welcome to this YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about financial crash of 2008 and how it happened. Before we discuss today's topic, let us understand which financial crisis mean. A financial crisis is a sudden and significant drop in the value of financial assets, such as stocks, bonds, and currencies. It can happen for a variety of reasons. But usually, it's the result of a large number of people losing confidence in the stability of the financial system. Financial crises can have far-reaching consequences, including a recession, an increase in unemployment, and a loss of wealth for many people. Of the financial crisis of 2008. The financial crisis of 2008 was a difficult time for many people around the world. It was caused by problems in the housing market, where some people had taken out mortgages they couldn't afford. This led to a lot of homes being foreclosed on, which caused the value of homes to go down. This problem spread to the stock market, where many companies lost a lot of money. This made people lose confidence in the economy, and they stopped spending money. This caused a lot of businesses to go bankrupt, and many people lost their jobs. The government had to step in and try to fix the problem by giving money to banks and other financial companies. This helped to stabilize the economy, but it took a long time for things to return to normal. Many people lost a lot of money and it was a difficult time for everyone. Causes of the financial crisis. Subprime mortgage bubble. A subprime mortgage is a type of mortgage that is given to borrowers with poor credit. These mortgages often have adjustable rates and other risky features, such as high fees and low down payments. During the early 2000s, there was a bubble in the housing market, which was fueled in part by subprime mortgages. Lack of regulation in the financial industry. As we have discussed earlier that many people were given subprime mortgages, even though they couldn't afford to pay them back. However, there was little regulation in place to prevent this from happening. Financial institutions were able to lend money to risky borrowers without proper oversight, and many of these loans ended up defaulting. This led to a significant decrease in the value of mortgage-backed securities, which caused a chain reaction in the financial system. Credit default swaps and other financial instruments. A credit default swap is a type of financial instrument that is used to protect against the risk of default on a loan or bond. To protect against the risk of default, financial institutions used credit default swaps and other financial instruments. However, these instruments ended up exacerbating the problem, as they allowed financial institutions to take on more risk without adequately considering the consequences. When the housing market started to decline and more people defaulted on their mortgages, the value of mortgage-backed securities decreased significantly. This led to a chain reaction in the financial system, as many financial institutions had invested heavily in these securities. The collapse of Lehman Brothers and its impact. Lehman Brothers was a global financial services firm that was founded in 1850. In September 2008, Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, which was the largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. history at the time. The collapse of Lehman Brothers had a significant impact on the global financial system and the economy. Lehman Brothers was heavily involved in the housing market and had invested heavily in mortgage-backed securities, which lost value when the housing market declined. The collapse of Lehman Brothers led to a loss of confidence in the financial system and a decrease in the value of financial assets, such as stocks and bonds. It also led to a decrease in credit availability, as many financial institutions were hesitant to lend money. Government response to the crisis. In response to the financial crisis, governments around the world took a number of steps to stabilize the financial system and prevent further damage, such as providing financial support to banks and other financial institutions, implementing a number of regulatory measures to try to prevent similar crises from happening in the future, This included stricter oversight of the financial industry and the implementation of new rules and regulations. Consequences of the financial crisis. Recession. The crisis led to a recession in many countries, as businesses struggled and unemployment increased. Unemployment. The crisis resulted in an increase in unemployment, as many businesses were forced to lay off workers or go bankrupt. Loss of wealth. The crisis resulted in a significant loss of wealth for many people, as the value of stocks, bonds, and other financial assets decreased significantly. Housing market downturn. The crisis had a significant impact on the housing market, as housing prices fell dramatically in many areas. Collapse of financial institutions. The crisis led to the collapse of several major financial institutions, such as Lehman Brothers, which filed for bankruptcy in September 2008. Government interventions. The crisis led to a number of government interventions and bailouts, as governments around the world tried to stabilize the financial system and prevent further damage. Overall, the financial crisis of 2008 had a lasting impact on the global economy, with many countries still feeling the effects more than a decade later. As conclusion, the financial crisis of 2008 serves as a reminder of the importance of proper regulation and risk management in the financial industry, and the need to take steps to protect ourselves and our communities from financial instability.